the heart of one of the most barren and desolate places on Earth, the Atacama Desert in Chile. But hold on to your cosmic hats, because amidst the stark emptiness of this otherworldly landscape, something truly extraordinary is taking shape. The construction of Earth's mightiest eye into the universe, the $2 billion behemoth known as the Extremely Large Telescope, or ELT. But why, you may ask, would anyone choose such an inhospitable locale for such a monumental endeavor? Well, dear viewers, it's precisely because of its inhospitability that the Atacama Desert was selected. You see, this place isn't just dry, it's bone dry, with less moisture than your Aunt Mabel's desert pie on a hot summer's day. And that's exactly what makes it perfect for peering deep into the cosmos. Perched atop the lofty peaks of Cerro Amazonas, standing tall at a dizzying altitude of 3,000 meters, the ELT stands as a beacon of human ingenuity in the face of nature's harshest elements. Situated at a staggering 1,300 kilometers away from the bustling streets of Santiago, the capital of Chile, and a further 130 kilometers from the nearest town, Taltal, getting here isn't a walk in the park. It's more like a lunar rover expedition across an alien landscape, nestled snugly between the mighty Andes and the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. And if you think this is just some isolated outpost in the cosmic wilderness, think again. The ELT's not-so-distant cousin, the Very Large Telescope, or VLT, is already calling this cosmic desert home, just a stone's throw away. And with both telescopes falling under the watchful eye of the European Southern Observatory, Chile is quickly becoming the go-to destination for astronomers from all corners of the globe. From probing the atmospheres of distant exoplanets for signs of life, to unraveling the mysteries of the early universe, the ELT is poised to rewrite the cosmic playbook. And with its cutting-edge adaptive optics system, it can even compensate for the blurring effects of Earth's pesky atmosphere, delivering images sharper than a cosmic razor blade. Now picture this. We're venturing into one of the most unforgiving landscapes on our planet, the barren desert of the Atacama, nestled in Chile. It's a place where the human presence is scarce, but where dreams of cosmic discovery are abundant. Here, against the backdrop of the rugged terrain, a team of dedicated individuals is hard at work, piecing together an engineering marvel that's set to redefine our understanding of the cosmos. Welcome to the Atacama Desert, where the stage is set for the birth of the Extremely Large Telescope, fondly known as the ELT. This mammoth of a telescope is perched atop Cerro Amazonas, standing tall at a staggering altitude of 3,000 meters. That's like reaching for the stars themselves. But wait, there's more. Situated far from the glow of city lights, the ELT remains untouched by pesky light pollution, giving astronomers a front-row seat to the wonders of the universe. It's like having a VIP pass to the greatest cosmic show on Earth. And with its older sibling, the Very Large Telescope, just a stone's throw away, Chile is quickly cementing its status as the ultimate playground for stargazers worldwide. But who's the brains behind this celestial spectacle, you ask? Enter the European Southern Observatory, a powerhouse organization uniting 16 European nations alongside Australia and, of course, Chile. These cosmic trailblazers are on a mission to push the boundaries of astronomical discovery, and boy are they delivering. With a budget that would make even Elon Musk do a double take, over $2 billion, folks, the ELT is a testament to human ingenuity and our insatiable thirst for knowledge. Now, rewind back to 2010, when the seeds of this astronomical endeavor were first planted. Fast forward to today, and we're witnessing history in the making as construction on the ELT kicks into high gear. But hey, better late than never, right? While the original service commencement was slated for 2018, we all know that greatness takes time, and in this case, a whole lot of it. Now let's talk timelines, folks. While the original operational date got a little cosmic shuffle, the countdown to greatness is still on. With a new target set for as early as 2028, the race to unveil the secrets of the universe is officially underway. And guess what? As of July 11, 2023, we've hit a major milestone. Construction has officially reached the halfway mark. But buckle up, because we're just getting started. So how do you kick off the construction of something this monumental? Well, you don't just lay down a fancy foundation stone, you go big. And by big, I mean explosives big. That's right, we're talking about leveling the summit of the revered Amazonas Mountain to make way for the observatory of our dreams. It's a process that kicked off back in 2014 with a whopping 220,000 cubic meters of rock blasted away to create a level playing field. Talk about making room for greatness. Now, picture this. A vast platform stretching 50 meters wide and 300 meters long, serving as the canvas for our cosmic masterpiece. And from that solid foundation, a workforce of dedicated individuals, ranging from 160 to 220 strong, has been working tirelessly day in and day out to bring this vision to life. Let me tell you folks, they're not just contending with your average work conditions. We're talking extreme desert heat and rapid dehydration. It's a challenge that requires gallons of water and some serious UV protection. But hey, nothing worth building ever came easy, right? But wait, there's more. Picture a colossal dome rising from the desert floor, a true testament to human engineering prowess. Standing 88 meters wide and 80 meters tall, this ain't your grandma's backyard gazebo. We're talking about a structure that puts the Statue of Liberty to shame and then some. And get this, the sheer weight of this behemoth? A staggering 6,100 tons, with doors that weigh a cool 400 tons each. Talk about heavy lifting. But it's not just about the size, it's about functionality too. With a 360-degree slide mechanism that allows astronomers to point their telescopes towards any corner of the starry sky, this mega telescope is a game changer in every sense of the word. And to top it all off, we've got a photovoltaic power plant on standby, ready to keep things running smoothly and safely even in the face of seismic risks. But let's not forget the heart of this cosmic cathedral, the telescope itself. Equipped with 5 colossal mirrors that'll capture the faintest whispers of light from the far reaches of the universe, this is where the real magic happens. It's a tool that'll unlock the mysteries of our existence and pave the way for humanity's next great adventure, the quest to understand our place in the cosmos. Picture this, nestled amidst the rugged terrain of Chile's Atacama Desert, a team of intrepid explorers is hard at work crafting a technological marvel that's set to revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Meet the Extremely Large Telescope, or ELT for short, a beast of a telescope perched atop Cerro Amazonas, standing proud at a breathtaking altitude of 3,000 meters. Talk about reaching for the stars. But why this remote, inhospitable locale, you ask? Well, hold on to your space helmets because this desert oasis offers something truly unique. Over 320 clear nights a year, free from the interference of pesky city lights. It's like having a front row seat to the greatest cosmic show on Earth. Now let's talk numbers, shall we? With a jaw-dropping price tag of nearly $1.5 billion, this project is no small feat. And get this, construction began not with a ceremonial stone, but with a bang. Quite literally. Explosives were used to level the summit of Mount Amazonas, paving the way for this monumental endeavor. Fast forward to today, and we're witnessing history in the making as the ELT takes shape before our very eyes. From the massive concrete slab forming its foundation to the towering dome that will house its cutting-edge technology, every detail is meticulously crafted to withstand the harsh conditions of the Atacama. Speaking of technology, let's talk mirrors. And no, we're not talking about the one in your bathroom. The ELT's primary mirror is a prototype of extraordinary proportions, measuring nearly 39 meters in diameter. That's bigger than any mirror currently in operation. And when it comes to collecting light, this bad boy puts even Galileo to shame, gathering a whopping 100 million times more light than the human eye. But the magic doesn't stop there. With 798 hexagonal segments composing its primary mirror, each meticulously crafted for maximum durability and performance, the ELT is poised to unveil the cosmos in unprecedented detail. And let's not forget about its second mirror, the widest of its kind globally, standing tall at over 60 meters high. This mirror is ready to capture the wonders of the universe in all their glory. Now brace yourselves for a journey through time and space, because the ELT isn't just about peering into the cosmos, it's about rewriting the history books. By amplifying our capacity to observe celestial phenomena by a factor of 5,000, this revolutionary telescope will allow us to journey back in time, unveiling the secrets of the universe as they unfolded eons ago. From the birth of stars to the formation of galaxies, the ELT is poised to uncover the mysteries of the cosmos like never before. And with its sights set on uncharted territories, who knows what wonders lie in wait? One thing's for sure, with the ELT leading the way, the universe is ours to explore. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.
Is it possible to sue a company for daring to shift away from its founding idealism? I never knew it was possible until Elon Musk, one of the world's richest men, filed a lawsuit against OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT. According to Musk, OpenAI, specifically its founders Sam Altman and Greg Brockman, have abandoned the startup's original mission to develop artificial intelligence for the benefit of humanity and not for profit. Almost a decade ago, Musk, Altman, and Brockman co-founded OpenAI, and in an interview a day after OpenAI officially opened, Altman told the world that he completely trusted Musk. So how come a decade later, Musk and Altman are locked in a public spat and looming legal battle? Is this truly a case of Musk's concern for humanity, or is there something more? Stay with us as we reveal to you the real reason why Elon Musk sued OpenAI. Over a decade ago, Sam Altman witnessed Musk's limitless ambition during a tour of SpaceX headquarters in Southern California, arranged by a colleague at Y Combinator. Altman, in his 20s at the time and having recently sold his first startup for a disappointing amount, was inspired by Musk, who was 14 years his senior, passionately discussing plans to send rockets to Mars. This experience left Altman with a newfound sense of determination. In 2014, Altman and Musk began exchanging emails about the risks of artificial intelligence, ultimately deciding that they should take charge if this potentially destructive technology became inevitable. And so, OpenAI was born, with Musk and Altman enlisting the help of AI scientist Ilya Sutskever and former Stripe Chief Technology Officer Greg Brockman as co-founders. And at its inception, OpenAI made it known to the public that it was created not for profit making, but for developing artificial intelligence in the way that is most likely to benefit humanity as a whole. To launch the company, Musk urged Sam Altman and the other founders to announce a $1 billion funding commitment to the public, an amount that far exceeded Altman's original plan. However, the group agreed and OpenAI was successfully launched. But 3 years later, trouble began to brew on the horizon as Musk began to get impatient and frustrated with the slow progress made by OpenAI in AI technology as compared to Google's DeepMind. In the end, Musk couldn't take it anymore, and in 2018 he proposed to bring OpenAI under his company Tesla. However, the group rejected his proposal, which made Musk decide to resign from the company and withdraw his $1 billion funding pledge. And according to Altman, Musk's decision forced OpenAI to seek alternative sources of funding from commercial backers like Microsoft. You would think that Musk's resignation from the company was the start of the feud between him and Altman, but on the contrary, after Musk left OpenAI, both of them continued to have a relatively good working relationship until the release of ChatGPT in 2023 and the rapid growth of OpenAI. Once ChatGPT was released, Musk and Altman began to criticize each other openly, with Altman once describing Musk as a jerk on journalist Kara Swisher's tech podcast, whose style he would never copy. Musk, for his part, never hesitated to blast at Altman whatever chance he got, and unlike everybody who's been wowed by ChatGPT, Musk has repeatedly criticized the chatbot and even went on to launch his own rival chatbot called Grok, which unfortunately has not received the same popularity as ChatGPT. The clash between the two finally reached its peak when Musk filed a lawsuit against OpenAI in a 35-page document detailing his account of the founding of OpenAI, as well as Musk's views on AI's danger to society. However, at the heart of the lawsuit lies Musk's claim that OpenAI violated an initial agreement to share its technology with the public and help humanity when the company took billions of dollars in investment from Microsoft and turned it into a profit-making company. Musk also claims that OpenAI has made significant strides in creating artificial general intelligence, AGI, referring to GPT-4, which, for Musk, poses perhaps the greatest existential threat we face today. What this means is that Musk believes that GPT-4 is an AI that can surpass human intelligence, but whether or not that's true, nobody knows. But the point is that Musk's suit against OpenAI would compel OpenAI to make its research and technology publicly accessible and prevent the startup from profiting from assets like GPT-4 to the benefit of Microsoft or any individual. In reaction to the lawsuit, OpenAI published a detailed blog post on its site featuring multiple emails supposedly exchanged among Musk, Altman, Brockman, and OpenAI co-founder and chief scientist Ilya Sutskever from 2015 to 2018, And guess what the emails revealed? Those emails showed that Musk knew and agreed with OpenAI's plan to create products to make money for their goal of building artificial general intelligence for the benefit of humanity. It also suggested Musk was okay with OpenAI being more secretive about their work to protect against misuse of their AI. The company's response accuses Musk, who launched his own generative AI company just last year, of professional jealousy, which may just be the appropriate term for the situation because the case is weak, as many legal scholars have pointed out. According to them, it's not very clear whether the court will agree with Musk that his discussions with Sam Altman about setting up a lab that's not for profit but for the good of humanity constitute a binding contract. One scholar, Andrew Stoltman, a securities lawyer and adjunct professor at Northwestern University Law School, called these kinds of discussions illusory promises, which unfortunately for Musk cannot be legally enforced in a court of law. Another scholar, Noah Feldman, a Harvard University legal scholar, noted that Musk's supposed contract contains a hole you can drive a truck through, and if there is no contract, then Musk probably doesn't have standing to sue, and his case could well be thrown out of court. So if this is such a weak case, why did Elon Musk decide to bring it up? Well, if there's one thing everybody knows about Musk, it's that he loves to pick a fight, and he has a history of getting himself into contentious lawsuits, which he sometimes wins. Besides, as one of the richest people in the world with a net worth of over $200 billion, Musk can afford to spend any amount of money in a legal battle against someone he feels has betrayed him. And he's made no secret that he feels betrayed by Altman. So, if his suit can eliminate a competitor, or at least divert their attention and incur financial losses that could otherwise be used to challenge him, why not? It's also likely that Musk hopes to use the suit to push OpenAI to disclose more information about its operations and how its business objectives have evolved in recent years. Another interesting aspect of Musk's suit is his claim that OpenAI's GPT-4 model is itself artificial general intelligence, meaning that the AI has intelligence that surpasses human intelligence. But is this claim correct? Musk certainly believes his claim, and among his complaints about OpenAI, he stated that since the company's board refused to tell the public that GPT-4 is AGI, which is supposed to be their responsibility under the company's charter, the board has failed in its duty and violated that clause in the charter. Still referencing OpenAI's charter, which states that under the terms of the company's strategic partnership with Microsoft, no AGI system should be commercialized by the tech giant, Musk added that OpenAI has commercialized GPT-4 by sharing it with Microsoft. The question now is GPT-4 truly AGI? Only a few people agree with Musk, and this brings us to an interesting thought, which is currently there seems to be no agreement on what artificial general intelligence is, and no basis to judge the point where an AI is up to par with human intelligence. So, if the only result of Musk's lawsuit prompts clearer definitions and benchmarks for intelligence and AGI, it could be deemed worthwhile. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.
Are you riding the Bitcoin wave or risking being left behind? The investment world is full of people betting on Bitcoin, excited about its potential. And who wouldn't be? No one wants to be on the wrong side of a financial tidal wave, struggling to keep up. Yet, let's take a step back and consider a scenario painted by Warren Buffett, a man whose financial acumen speaks volumes. Imagine, he suggests, if the entirety of this room owned all the farmland in the United States. And then, with a mere offer of a 1% stake for $25 billion, he'd be writing a check faster than you can blink. Why? Because farmland yields tangible returns, producing food to nourish and sustain. Let's shift the focus to apartment buildings. Again, a 1% stake in all the apartment houses in the country offered at a similar price would be an irresistible proposition. Rental income flows steadily, ensuring a return on investment that stands the test of time. But what about Bitcoin? There's the rub. Buffett's skepticism shines through as he contemplates owning all the Bitcoin in the world for a meager $25. It's a pass from him, and with good reason. Bitcoin, unlike farmland or apartments, holds no intrinsic value. It's a digital entity, devoid of the ability to produce anything of substance. If they were to hold all the Bitcoin in the world, it would undoubtedly raise eyebrows. Everyone knows where they stand, and if they were to start offloading Bitcoin, the questions would come flooding in. Why should we buy Bitcoin from you? People would ask. Why not create your own currency? Call it Buffett coin or something. And you know what? They'd have a point. After all, why pay a premium for something that lacks inherent value? That's where the distinction between productive assets and speculative investments becomes glaringly evident. Productive assets, like farmland and apartment buildings, offer tangible returns. They produce food, they generate rental income, they contribute to society. But Bitcoin? It's a different story. Its value hinges on the whims of the market, on the hope that the next person will pay more than the last. It's a game of hot potato, with commissions and frictional costs lining the pockets of those who facilitate the trade. Investing in assets that create real value, that contribute to the economy, that's where the true wealth lies. As for Bitcoin, well, it's a speculative gamble, one that may pay off for some, but holds little appeal for those grounded in reality. But consider this. When one group of the public takes money out or a new group of owners enters the scene, it's not like new money magically materializes. It's simply a reshuffling of funds, a game of musical chairs where the music never stops. Sure, there's movement, transactions, and the illusion of wealth changing hands, but in reality, the room holds no more money than it did before. It's a shell game, fraught with the risk of fraud, hidden costs, and all sorts of uncertainties. And let's not forget, this phenomenon isn't new. Throughout history, certain assets have been imbued with value despite their lack of tangible productivity. Take, for instance, a masterpiece painting. While it may not churn out goods or services, its cultural and historical significance can endure for centuries. Even if you were offered a pyramid for sale, with the promise of attracting viewers and standing the test of time, it still wouldn't produce anything tangible. Absolutely, there's no denying the allure of attractions like the pyramids. They hold a certain mystique that draws people in, much like a captivating parade. However, when it comes down to it, assets need to deliver something tangible to someone in order to hold real value. And let's talk about currency. Sure, we could dream up Berkshire coins or Berkshire money, but that's a slippery slope. At the end of the day, the only universally accepted currency is the United States dollar. With nearly 2.3 trillion of these bills in circulation, it's clear that people trust in the stability of the US government's currency. So, while Berkshire coins might sound appealing, the reality is that they could never replace the almighty dollar. Anyone who thinks otherwise is simply out of touch with reality. So, despite any potential shortcomings, it's clear that when it comes to currency, the greenback reigns supreme. Whether Bitcoin's value skyrockets or plummets in the next year, 5 years, or even a decade remains uncertain. But one thing is crystal clear. Bitcoin doesn't multiply, it doesn't produce anything tangible. Just look at the gold rush on Wall Street, where the allure of riches blinded many to the inherent risks. And in recent years, the stock market has taken on an almost mythical quality, teetering between casino-like speculation and genuine investment. When Warren Buffett speaks of Wall Street, he's referring to more than just a trading floor. It's a symbol of the entire capital formation market, where dreams are made and fortunes are lost. And in recent times, the market's performance has been nothing short of extraordinary. The dynamics of capital markets are a curious blend of investment wisdom and high-stakes gambling. At times, they operate as the bastions of sound investment principles, as you'd find in textbooks or learn about in classrooms. Yet, there are moments when they transform into virtual casinos, where the thrill of the game overshadows prudent investment strategies. In recent years, this transformation has been particularly pronounced, fueled by a culture that glorifies quick gains and speculative trading. Wall Street, once revered for its role in fostering long-term growth, has become a playground for day traders and speculators. Sure, you might hear tales of those who bought into Berkshire Hathaway in the 60s and held onto it for decades, reaping massive returns. But let's not forget the brokers left in their wake, struggling to make ends meet as their clients held steady. The truth is, Wall Street thrives on volatility. It's far more lucrative to cater to the whims of the thrill seekers, those who treat stock trading like a game of chance. After all, uncertainty breeds opportunity, and nowhere is this more evident than in the stock market. So, as the opening bell rings each morning, one thing is certain: nobody has the faintest idea what the day holds. On Mondays, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger never base their decisions on market predictions or economic forecasts. In fact, throughout their storied partnership, they've never made a buy or sell decision with the market's fluctuations in mind. Instead, their investment philosophy transcends market noise, focusing on intrinsic value and long-term prospects. It's a testament to their discipline and steadfastness in the face of uncertainty. While others may credit Buffett for his optimism during challenging times like the 2008 financial crisis, he humbly acknowledges that such decisions are rooted in a deeper understanding of value, not blind optimism. This approach speaks volumes about the nature of learning and decision-making in the investment world. It's not about chasing trends or reacting to headlines. It's about cultivating a deep understanding of companies and industries and making informed judgments based on fundamental principles. So, while the world may marvel at Buffett's seemingly prescient moves, the truth is far simpler. Success in investing lies not in predicting the future, but in understanding the present and staying true to timeless principles. During times of market turmoil, Warren Buffett and his team at Berkshire Hathaway made a significant investment decision, a move that would later be deemed ill-timed. Around the period between investing in Wrigley, Goldman Sachs, and General Electric, they committed a substantial portion of their net worth, totaling around $15 to $16 billion. While this sum may seem relatively small compared to Berkshire's current scale, it was a considerable commitment at the time. In hindsight, Buffett acknowledges that this investment spree occurred during a less than ideal market climate. He's quick to point out that he didn't possess a crystal ball to foresee whether it was a wise or foolish move. Nevertheless, the timing proved to be less than favorable. Warren Buffett candidly admits that when it comes to timing the market, he's far from infallible. Reflecting on his investment decisions during the tumultuous period of 2020, he acknowledges missing out on what could have been an even more opportune moment to invest. In March of 2020, when the market hit its lows, Buffett's timing was off. But here's the thing: timing the market has never been Buffett's forte. Instead, Buffett emphasizes a simple yet powerful principle: focus on the value you're getting for your money. Whether it's buying stocks or entire companies, Buffett and his team are adept at assessing when they're getting a good deal. And here's the kicker: they're not looking to time the market perfectly. Instead, they hope that after they've made their purchases, the companies they've invested in will continue to thrive, increasing their value over time. It's a strategy so straightforward that Buffett quips you could learn it in 4th grade. And yet, its simplicity belies its effectiveness. By eschewing market timing in favor of focusing on fundamental value, Buffett has built one of the most successful investment track records in history. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section.